How you doing, everybody out there in YouTube land? Welcome to Jack's Wonderful Adventures. Today I got a wonderful surprise. You're going to meet my demonic doll named Amelia. Now this doll is from my personal collection. I collect haunted dolls, both negative and positive, both human and non-human. Non-human spirits, let me explain, are demonic spirits to have attached to a doll. And today I brought my doll to the graveyard that's also haunted, and I have my ghost meter. We're going to see if my haunted doll does anything in this haunted graveyard, and then I'm also going to walk around and do a little ghost hunting, go around some tombs, see if we get any spikes on the ghost meter. I've never done nothing like this before on my channel. I always wanted to. It's the very first time. So we're going to get started. We're going to meet my haunted doll, Amelia. And the reason why I call her Amelia, because it's Amelia doll with the green eyes. The demonic spirit will not give me its true name, of course. So I just go by Amelia. Now let's meet Amelia now. Alright, so here she is. I propped her up on a tombstone. Look at those eyes, guys. She's got those really spooky eyes. Let me zoom in on them. This is a demonic spirit, which is an inhuman spirit, which is a demon. And I've gotten a lot of scratches. We've seen black shadow figures. Different color orbs come from her. Doors open and slam. Things just like a big black, something like a cat, but it's bigger, like a panther, all black, just pass by. Those are all demonic manifestations. Now, I have my ghost meter here, and here it is. I'm going to turn it on. I'll show you. It's very simple. You turn it on, that's what it'll sound like. It is on. And now we're going to see if we can get anything, if anything happens a few minutes. Let's just set that down in front of her there. All right, Amelia, that's what I call you because I don't know your name. If you would touch that meter and light up that EMF meter, I greatly appreciate it. Now, I'm not like those movies like Ghost Adventures and things like that. I do not stage anything and I do not fake anything. So ghost hunting can be exciting, but it can get very boring because the truth is, real paranormal activity don't always happen when you want it to. Like now, I'd love for you guys to see that light up. She's lit it up before, but because I want it to, it's probably not going to do it. So it can get also very boring, but I do not fake things. I will not do that. So mine is real and honest. I just have you know that. That either is going to go off or it isn't. And if it isn't, then it just don't. I don't play around like that. Because I heard some shows fake things. They throw things around just to get people to watch their shows and all that. And I'm not about to do stuff like that. I am going to show you what she looks like all around. It's not really a she. It's an inhuman spirit. It's a it. We're going to do a 360 here. Show you all the back of her and everything. I'm just saying her, but it's not a her, it's a demon, demonic spirit. All right, Amelia, can you please, everybody's watching, they'd like to see that go off. Can you please set that meter off for me? Can you do that for me? And like I said, it's probably not going to do it here because I want it to. Say, paranormal activity comes in spurts. It comes when it wants to. It's not when you want it to, it's when it wants to. Yeah, a lot of people, when they watch those shows like a lot of these paranormal shows, things happen. Every week you notice things are thrown around, things happen. I don't know for sure, but I think a lot of those shows are just faked because they have to do a weekly show and they have to have excitement. So they pretend they get scared and things are tossed around and things like that. That doesn't happen in real life. Real life, like this doll I have here, it's haunted. I've had it in my collection for a while. I got it for my birthday. But it will not do it now because I want it to. You can't make paranormal activity happen. Real paranormal activity, you can't make it happen. And that's the truth to it. And if you see shows where things are happening all the time, and they're catching things on camera all the time, it's probably BS. That's what I come to know. Because sometimes, like when I'm home, she'll set the meter off, or you'll see an orb come out of her, or something will happen. And it's not, you know, every single day of the week, of the month, of the year. And it's not like you see in the movies. The beds are shaking, the windows are closing up and down, the storm's brewing outside, the doors are shaking, the furniture's being thrown all around. It don't get that intense like that. That's all movie magic for Hollywood, because you're paying money and they're giving you a bang for your buck. Just so you know that. I will not stage anything, and I will not fake anything. Yeah, so there's the doll. It is a real haunted doll. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this, and I'm just going to see if that's got to go over, that's got to go up. So, all right, nothing right now. We're going to leave her alone. And what I'm going to do is we're going to do a little paranormal investigation here. We're going to walk around some of these tombs and see if anything goes off over here, guys, all right? I'm going to try and keep it out in front of me so you can see my hand. If it goes off, it's real. I don't play around like that. I'm not about to. It's either going to happen or it isn't. Today is August the 20th. It's a Thursday. And I hope everybody's doing good out there. Just trying to walk around some of these graves and see if I can get a response, but like I said, when you want something to happen, it probably is not going to happen. That's just the way it really works. All right, what we're going to do. Whoa. Okay, I heard a beep, but let's walk around some of these tombs over here and just see if anything happens. I don't want to go all the way through here. I just want to go through a couple and just see if anything happens. I don't want to go too far because I don't want someone to come along and swipe my doll. It's laying up there. Let's just see. Is there anybody here that want to touch this little device in my hand? You touch it, it'll beep and make noise, and then I'll know you're here. And you can whisper into this device I have in my hand, and when I play the video back and upload it, I'll hear your voice. I did catch an EVP. And my one video, if you watch the end of it, it's called The Children's Graves, The Witch's Grave, and something else. It was like a month or so back. At the end, I heard a real child giggle. I even put that up there as a short, the end part of it. If you want to go back and watch that video at the end, when I'm panning through the children's grave, I got a real giggle. You can hear a little girl giggling. Excuse me. Is there anybody here that want to make contact and touch this little device in my hand? Okay, so what I've done is I moved her location. We moved her, we put her on top of here. You turn it back on again though. Alright, let's see if we can get anything over here. Amelia, can you set this off? A lot of people will be watching this. Can you set this off for me, please? Yeah. Can you set it off just a little bit? Make it move? Like I said, you can't make spirits do things because you want them to do it. It just don't work that way, guys. It honestly don't work that way. So what I'm gonna do is, whoa. All right. So what I'm gonna do is set this down over here. We'll set it down over here on the grave. And let's see if that goes off. Alright, here we go. I put her down over here. And let's see one more time if we can get this to do anything. Amelia, could you please set this off for me? I love those green eyes. They're just piercing like that, aren't they? Alright, like I said, they don't always do what you want them to. Alright, what I'm going to do is... Oh boy, we got some people in the graveyard here riding around on motorcycles, disturbing the peace and disturbing the dead's rest. Alright, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go by a few of these graves here. This is on, and I'm going to see if anything happens, alright? We're going to see if I can get any other spirit to touch this. Alright. It's a little child's grave. Hello? If you want to touch this meter in my hand and set it off, it'll make a noise. You can whisper or talk into this device in my hand. We'll hear you later when we play the video back. Name is Diane something. It must be 1967. Wow, it must be a child. I got child giggling before in the other graveyard. The witch with the video with the witch and the children's haunted graveyard. It's a couple videos back. Maybe about 8 or 9 videos back. Alright, so I am just walking around here. See if anything will go off. We're going to leave this doll right here. She's over here. And I'm going to go across the street. Some of these back here are a little older. But like I said, paranormal activity doesn't happen all the time. Paranormal activity just don't happen when you want it to. It happens when it wants to happen, and that's how I know when something's real and when something ain't. Like today, not getting any responses, and I'm sorry, but like I said, I don't fake anything and I'm not staging anything. It's either going to happen, it's going to be real, or it just isn't. It's fun to try. You can always buy some paranormal equipment, go out in the graveyard, buy REM pods, buy EMF meters, bring your camera and recorder, and just walk around and try it. A lot of the times, most of the times, I promise you, you're probably not going to get a whole lot. It just don't happen all the time. That is the truth to it, as I've come to know it. Any show where you see paranormal activity happening all the time, it's probably faked. It's probably just pure BS. Because it just don't work that way. Even in your house. I mean, things happen, but not every day. And it's not like every 5 minutes of the day. Every 2 minutes you don't hear voices and doors slamming and things happening of that nature. If it's going to happen, it happens. Some days there's a lot of activity and the air feels heavy. You'll get some scratches, something will happen, and maybe you won't get nothing for another couple of weeks. That's just the way it goes. It's not every day. And you can get some really good paranormal activity, like scratching, doors opening and closing, a little bit, things you notice missing or gone, but you don't get like in the movies, like I said at the beginning of this video, jumping beds, banging, everything's banging, the whole house is being torn apart, and you hear all these things happening. That's Hollywood, too much Hollywood. It just don't happen like that in real life, unfortunately. It just don't. Because if people like me, I collect haunted dolls. If that would happen every day and be that severe, nobody could live with haunted items then. You know, who'd want your beds being thrown all around the room and all that stuff like that? No one could stand it. So anytime you see anything like that in someone's video or on a TV show, it's pure BS. All right, we're going to try one more time. And then we're just going to close it. I'm trying. All right, let's put this down here. The meter is on. See the little green button? It's on. This is what it'll sound like if it were to go out. I shut it off. I turn it on. Listen to this. It lights up when that light, and that thing will go up to the yellow or the red. The red means it's all the way. It's intense. All right, Amelia. You can speak in this device, and I'll hear it later. The wind is picking up on its own for real. And if you can touch that little device below you, make it beep, make it go to the red, I'd greatly appreciate it just once for all my viewers. Because I know you're real if you've done things before. I've gotten scratched by you and stuff like that. But our house has been quiet for about over a week. Nothing's happened. So it don't happen all the time. And the days when I want it to, it's not going to. That's just it. But she's really cool. If you want to drop some comments and leave some comments below, if you feel anything from her, if you can feel the demonic spirit, or if you feel totally something different. If there's somebody out there that has like a psychic, or they're a medium and you can pick up on things through a video like that, I'd love to hear from you. Drop them in the comments below. I'll read them and get back to you. Okay, so I don't think we're going to get nothing here today. And I'm sorry about that. I don't want to make the video any longer. It's already going on past 15 minutes. Video's too long. People don't like to watch. I thought I'd give it a try. And this is one of my haunted dolls, though, in my personal collection. I love it. It is an Amelia doll, but I bought it from another collector that said it was demonic. And I have gotten some nasty responses from it. It's told me sometimes that it's Satan. It says I'm the devil. Get out. I'm done. It says words like malicious, maleficent. I'm going to get you. We are going to get you. And I asked it if there was multiple spirits. It would not answer that. Will not give me a name. When I ask for a name, it gives me a human name. Like one time they'll say I'm Mary, or I'm Dick, or I'm Bob, or it doesn't give me a person's name. It won't give you the name. But it is a very dark spirit. I've been scratched several times from it. My mom and sister that I live with also have been scratched by it. They've seen things. None of us smoke or drink or do drugs. We're all in our right minds. And we'll be sitting there and you'll see like this big panther-like creature go by, or you'll see a shadow figure go by. My mom's seen it. My sister's seen it. I've seen it. And like I said, none of us drink, smoke, or do drugs. So there's nothing altering our minds. It really happens, but it's not every day, every 2 minutes of the day. Like it might be like a couple weeks or a month goes by, nothing happens. Then one day, whoops, there's something on my glasses, excuse me. Something will get a little crazy. You know, you'll close the door, come back home, you'll find it open, and you know that you closed it, you know. Or you'll see something go by, black shadow, or you'll see like a little black head peek around the corner and then duck back again. Or you'll feel like cold, the room might be warm and suddenly it'll drop, it'll get icy and cold. Things like that. Nothing like beds bucking around, throwing you all around, doors slamming and banging violently, and just crazy stuff like that. I did hear a growl and a hiss once, but you gotta really pay attention. My room was quiet. I was sitting on the bed reading. I could hear like a low growl and like a hiss, you know, like a snake would make, or a cat, but not that loud. But you know, I've heard what snakes sound like, and it's like a snake's hiss, but it's quieter. You really have to be quiet to hear it. But okay, guys, I'm gonna wrap it up here. One more time, I'm gonna show you the doll. All right, there she is. Well, it's not a she, it's a it. I'm gonna pick it up. Come here. You're really supposed to use gloves. Look at those eyes. This is a demonic spirit. I was in a hurry. I didn't even bring my gloves. I usually wear gloves. I usually don't like to handle this doll without gloves, but I was in so much of a hurry. I just got through doing grocery shopping, and I wanted to get over here to the graveyard. All right, we're going to put her on top of the car. How's that? All right, there it is. There's my haunted doll, Amelia. Okay, guys, I'm going to take off. I hope you enjoyed this video. I thought I'd try and do something different. Maybe we'll try it again. Let me know if you want me to try it again. Leave things down below in the comments. I will read them. All right, I am going to hit the road and get this doll home and put her back in her case where she belongs, where it belongs. And as always, everybody take care, and we'll see you again on the next adventure. Have a spooky evening. Just don't have a too spooky evening. Guys, take care.